Donnell Johns.
This is getting the best part. It looks like I got muscles. I can't even see my stomach from on this. That's what I'm talking about.
You can always put your chair up, man.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I do want to raise it up.
Yeah, put your hand on the side. You can, like you sit on it, you adjust it. So they'll be giving me instructions, just, I love these, young people, man. They're learning how to do the cameras.
Yeah.
And the Richard famous one day, I hope they remember me.
When I win an Oscar, you're gonna be the first person I think.
Hey, invite me to the award show, okay?
For sure.
No, I just want to take some pictures. I got my camera over there, and so I could take pictures now. Yeah, you know, you gotta have the technology. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's the Meta Ray Bans. Yeah.
So the things that we talked about, those are nothing in particular outside of just.
No, outside of that, I want to focus on. It's funny, you know, when we talked before, you said people need to know, you know, that's it's a business. I got an email yesterday that I won't say on camera or anything like that, but um, it was not business like. It was like, yeah, can we use your space for free? I'm like,
Everything has a value, that's what I try to
I was
make sure
like,
we all tell them, you know, this is a business.
yeah, I was like, this is a business and it requires my staff to be able to support you, clean up before you, clean up after you, all of that. So,
That's what we
unfortunately,
want to get across.
yeah.
I know it's not unfortunate. You told them, now they know, you know?
Yeah, the answer is no, we cannot do that.
I mean, doing good while you're doing well is good. And you have to be sure you're doing well first.
Yeah,
You can't save the world if you can't save yourself.
exactly.
And unfortunately, people think that they are supposed to pay for that.
Mm.
This place is beautiful.
Mm.
No way in the world they can afford to have that space.
Right.
You're supposed to give it away.
In a high traffic area,
Yeah.
right next to Wegmans.
Yeah.
Don, could we get you to do a mic check, please? Count upwards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
Yep, all good.
Okay.
Now, could we get a mic check from you? Just count upwards from one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
All right, that's good. Thank you, guys.
I can count, that's good.
This will get you back to grade school. Sometimes that's a good connection. After 50, I was gonna be in trouble. I was call my great-granddaughter.
Gonna ask for a multiplication table, I was like, yeah, I'm out. The microphone's not gonna work.
How many count when people say multiply? I say, hey, I can't pay you for that. Pay me to think. I got people who multiply.
Exactly.
Yep, all good from here. Yep, all good from here.
Yeah, thank you guys in advance for
Yep,
tipping me
give
on
me a
the,
thumbs up.
when the light moves, okay? I get so engrossed in what I'm saying, the light go over there and I'm still looking over here. They always say, yo, dummy. But your organization is
Do they
unique.
need to switch it off? Okay.
And I sent my brother California's information, because I told him that you guys wanted to expand.
Yeah.
And so if I asked him to share with his veterans network to see what
Okay.
kind of connection we could make out there.
That would be
He's
great.
in Oakland.
He's in Oakland?
Okay, perfect, sounds good.
Okay. I'm from San Francisco, so right across the bay.
Right across the bay.
Alright, we're about to start, guys.
Cool.
Are we all good over here, ready to go?
Yep.
Right, yeah, we're all good. Alright, we're rolling.
Okay, we're gonna do the minutes.
Oh yeah, we need the minutes, so he'll put it up once we
Okay.
start. We're gonna start on camera one over there.
All right.
Do you want a break or is it just full way through?
No, break.
With a break, okay.
Yeah, because the disclaimer goes in the middle, so.
Okay, sounds good.
I have to tell everybody everything I told them, I didn't tell them.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I didn't mean it.
This is not reflected.
Yeah, there we go.
There.
Yeah, that's coming up. Yep.
All right.
Alright, we are rolling.
Cool, count me in.
Stand by.
Ready, go.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome to Small Business 21st Century and this session of the Wealth Zone University. Today we've got a really special show for you because CEO
Oh,
and
sorry, cut for a second. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit brighter. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. We're just having an issue with the thing, cause the prompter making it pink, so it's like reflecting, so we're just trying to fix that real quick. Maybe
Welcome to Small Business 21st Century and this session of the Wealth Zone University. Today we've got a really special show for you CEOs and WCUers because we've got an organization that is not only doing well, but doing good while it's doing well. I'm going to introduce you to Donnell, who is the president of Veterans Growing America. Welcome, Donnell. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good, good.
Thank you, Don, for allowing me on your platform. It's an honor to be here.
All right.
And I'm looking forward to this story.
Well, it's more of an honor for us because, my friends, today we've got an organization of veterans, by veterans, for veterans. And, you know, my heart is we don't treat our veterans as well as we should. We've got an organization that is changing all of that. Donnell, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then let's talk about Veterans Growing America.
So, I grew up in San Francisco, California. I joined the Army. Yeah, left coast. I joined the Army October 17, 1990, and I didn't turn back since.
Okay.
The reason why I bring up San Francisco is because I love the city. It's a great city, but it wasn't a space for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that I needed to start in a place where it was totally different, where there was opportunities,
Okay.
and the military provided an opportunity for me
Okay.
to figure out who I was. And I served 26 years in the United States
Thank
Army.
you for your service.
Thank you. And I worked my way up from E1 to E9.
Okay.
I was the highest enlisted rank in the United States Army. I served as the first Army National Guard G1 Sergeant Major.
Now, E9 is master.
Command Sergeant Major.
Okay.
It's either Sergeant Major or Command Sergeant Major.
Okay, all right.
And I ended up being a Command Sergeant Major,
Okay.
which is the second to highest enlisted rank other than the Sergeant Major of the Army.
All right. Congratulations.
It was a great opportunity. We made history while serving in the United States Army, and I loved every minute of it. I met my wife while I was in. My son is now serving in the United States Army.
Okay.
He's
a family.
Yeah, he's a second lieutenant. He just commissioned a couple months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then he will be fully trained by the end of this year. So
Congratulations.
I'm excited for him.
Where's he stationed?
So he's in the National Guard, so he's stationed in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for the service. And your wife, what's her name?
So my wife's name is Tanda.
Okay.
Um,
She was in the Army also?
No, she never served.
Okay. You just met her while you were in the Army.
Yeah, I met her while I was in the Army. She was a teacher,
Mhm.
and she's been a teacher now for almost 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And she works with you in the business.
Yeah, she's actually the CEO of Veterans Growing America.
Okay, so let's get into Veterans Growing America. I love that name, Veterans Growing America. And I've also been to Donnell's store, which is just absolutely fabulous. So let's talk about first let's talk about the business, what it does,
Mhm.
and then let's talk about the concept, how you came to think of founding that business. Please.
So the business is all about supporting and serving veteran-owned businesses. It goes back to when I served as a Command Sergeant Major. We use acronyms, and I believe that CSM stands for Customer Service Manager,
Okay.
right? And I want to take care of and make sure that my customer is taken care of. And my customer now are veterans who have businesses.
Okay, veterans who have business. Okay.
And we showcase them under one roof, under one umbrella. We currently have a store in Woodbridge, Virginia,
Mhm.
which is called the VGA Marketplace, or Veterans Growing America Marketplace.
Okay.
In that store, we have 9 veteran-owned businesses. However, our organization supports over 300 veteran-owned businesses under our umbrella.
Okay, let's get to that in a minute. Tell me about the 9 that you have and why you decided to have that kind of format in Veterans Growing America.
So currently, these 9 sell products.
Okay.
And we're in a retail mall. And in that retail mall, they get to showcase the products and the services that they offer.
Okay, so it's veterans who are in business that you are helping.
Yes.
They have to be a veteran, and they have to have their own business, and then Veterans of America is their platform.
Yes, Veterans
Okay,
Growing
please go
America is
ahead.
their platform. And
I
so-
wanted you guys to understand that it's distinction, because that's very, very important. It's not anybody who's in business, it's veterans who's in business.
Yes, and we're the first and only veteran marketplace in the nation.
Oh, right.
Yes, yes. And through that, I wanted people to understand that veterans are leaders, veterans are heroes, veterans are entrepreneurs, and we're human beings. The way that America sees us now, for the most part, they show us on Veterans Day as PTSD, suicide, and homelessness. And so I want to change that narrative. I want to make sure that people see us in a way that they've never seen us before, in an honorable way. And people always say thank you for your service. I love thank you for your service. However, you can't eat that, right?
Exactly. I love that.
So when people say, I want to support veterans, what better way to support them and their business, right? So they can come into our store if they're planning on buying a gift for someone or themselves. We have everything from art, jewelry, apparel, candles, whatever you think of, we have it, under our roof.
And it's all veteran made or sold or produced by
Yes.
veterans who own those businesses that are selling in your marketplace platform.
Absolutely, and so the stuff that they have to offer are either made or sourced by them, and it also promotes their passion, and it also provides purpose for them. So when you're supporting a veteran, what you're saying is thank you for your service in an honorable way. So when you buy that jewelry that they made, when you buy the apparel that they made, when you buy the t-shirt or the art that they made, it's an honorable way to thank them for their service, because this is something that they're passionate about, right? And what better way to be able to support, right? That's why we have the name Veterans Growing America. Because growing, hopefully their business goes from a table in our store to on the shelves at our store, to on the shelves at, Fortune 500 companies. I'm not gonna name any of them,
Of course.
but these organizations, they can have their stuff in their stores and continue to grow. And that can help with not only their family, but their future. The future of the United States as well as the future of their family.
And it also gives the veteran a way to be self-sustaining.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's important, really important. So at your shop, I saw 9, 10 folks who had different products. And so the public walks into the Veteran Growing America Marketplace, that's what it's called. And so when people walk in, how do they know about it? How do they find out about it? I know you've got a website. Tell us how do people support you?
So the way that they support us is several different ways. Number one, they can walk into the store and buy any of the products that we have to offer.
Okay.
Also, my veterans have websites where they can go to directly to our website, veteransgrowingamerica.com, and then you can go to our directory where we have even more businesses listed on our directory that fall within our ecosystem.
Okay.
So if you're looking for a plumber or someone that does anything that's a veteran, and so we don't only support the veteran, we support the entire family. So when I say veteran, I'm saying the entire family. I'm saying the veteran, I'm saying the military spouse, I'm saying the dependent, all of those people that fall under that umbrella. So when we say the military spouse, they don't have to be in the military anymore, but they are married to a veteran. When I say the children of veterans, it doesn't matter if your parents, served 20 years ago and you're 50 years old. If your parents serve, we support you, right? Because when you deploy and all of that, that family has to take care of themselves. And so we don't want to discredit or dishonor those that have served and their loved ones. So we want to honor them and showcase them in a way that people can see them in an honorable way.
Wow, Donnell, that is so holistic. So because you're actually supporting the service person,
Right.
but you're also helping that service person's ecosystem, which is normally forgotten in real time, real life, when they deploy. We both know that families have a really hard time when people deploy.
Absolutely.
And so you are making sure that the veteran not only has a business that can sustain, but you're helping the family also.
Indeed. And it's not just veterans that sell products. It's also veterans that sell services. We do line dancing the first and third.
Okay.
Yeah, I see you. So we do line dancing the first and third Friday of every month.
Mhm.
Well, we have a U.S. Army veteran that her business is line dancing.
Mhm.
So we provide a space for her to sell her product, which is line dancing, to the public.
Okay.
So now that she can provide for herself, and then people can support her by buying tickets to our line dance class.
Mhm. And so, in addition to the retail that you do in the Veteran American market space, you've extended that to community kinds of things.
Absolutely.
And so, is line dancing one of those community kinds of things?
Yes, line dancing is one of the community things.
Okay.
We do crochet classes, which is open to the community.
Okay.
We do candle making, which is open to the community. We've done comedy shows, which is open to the community. So we don't turn anybody away when they come to our door.
Okay, as long as they're veterans, of course.
No, it's anybody.
Anyone, okay.
Yeah, anybody can shop at our store.
No, I'm talking about the people that.
Oh, yes.
They've gotta be veterans.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So
The
those
public
that,
can participate and facilitate, but the actual business is a veteran.
absolutely.
Okay, that point is really important, at least for me, to get across that. Veterans, you've got a place to go to make sure that your business is going well. Because in the second segment, we're gonna talk about the incubator and other things that help that business going. Donnell, what is the one thing that you wanted to see happen when you thought about doing VGA?
Build community.
Okay.
And the reason why I wanted to build community is twofold. I remember the day that I retired from the military. It was the most exciting day that I ever had, and at the same time, it was the most devastating day.
Okay.
Why was it exciting? Because after 20 years of service, I was able to retire, which was amazing. But at the same time, I joined when I was 18. You know? And the military was my family from the time that I became an adult to when I was 44 years old. And then I had to leave the military,
Your family.
leave my family, and go out into this world and figure it out. And I went several places to try to figure it out. There wasn't a place that I found that catered to building business community for veterans. They had, different organizations where you can go and hang out and tell war stories. I wasn't interested in telling war
Of
stories.
course not.
Sharing a drink, getting, all of that type of stuff. It wasn't, I wanted to figure out how I can grow
Yeah.
after the military.
Yeah, what's happening in the next life, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I felt like if I could make it all the way to Command Sergeant Major, on the outside as a CEO, I wanted to be able to be the Command Sergeant Major of the world. You know what I mean? And I wanted to be able to create a platform where people can showcase their excellence to the world. And I found out that when I started doing my research, that there's a lot of veteran organizations that people don't even know that were started by veterans that inspired me. Like Nike was started by a veteran. Chick-fil-A started by a veteran. FedEx started by a veteran. The UPS store started by UPS started by a veteran. These organizations inspired me, and I was like, why don't people know about this? If they knew about this, they would be just as inspired as I am. And so now I can say VGA, Veterans Growing America, is started by a veteran. And it's a platform where veterans can be great. They can be as great as they want to be, and they have an ecosystem and a support community behind them that wants them to be great. And that was important to me, is building community. Also, building wealth, like this is the wealth.
Yeah.
Money makes the world go round.
Absolutely.
I want to be able to go where I want to go, when I want to go, and how I want to go. I can't do that without money.
And make sure the veterans that you work with can do exactly the same thing.
Exactly. And so we want to create opportunities where when you leave, you're able to do things, you're able to grow your wildest dreams.
That's so important. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back because there's another side of Veterans Growing America that we want to introduce you to. And it's so very important because you're gonna get to know Donnell that much better, okay? We'll be right back. Well done, brother. Well done.
All right, all clear?
Thank you.
Yep.
Before we go into veterans growing, said something that was really, really important. That when you had a family, when you're in the military, but you came out and you wanted to make sure that you had another family.
Right.
So everybody that works with you is basically your new family.
They are.
And it's expanding, you know? So not only are you doing family, but you're doing community. I mean, you're touching a lot of lives that people don't even think about, you know?
Mm.
And so I want to get into how do people support their employees, not only coming to the store, membership or whatever
Yes.
you get.
Absolutely.
Now, but is that membership under VG?
It's Veterans Growing America.
Okay, Veterans Growing America.
Yes.
So let's touch on that before
Okay.
we go into the nonprofit, okay?
Okay.
Because the nonprofit is the incubator and the
Yes.
training, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure that we invite people to support you.
Yes.
Okay, it's nice, they know you now. Now we go, come on, let's hang out with the brother. Okay, bring him some money.
Yes.
You know?
Okay. You gentlemen good, ready to go for the next segment?
Let me wipe your nose.
No worries.
I got red nose, baby, you know. I saw one show, I thought my nose was gonna slide off my face. You know? Okay.
Alright. All ready?
Ready.
We can start on camera one again.
One again, okay.
You're rolling. Stand by.
Mm-hmm.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the second segment of the Walsall University and our friend Donnell Johns and the organization Veterans Growing America, which we absolutely want you to get to know and love. So let's jump right back into it, Donnell. When we left, we were talking about family, coming out and starting a new family once you get out of the military. My question is, how does every CEO in WZUR support Veterans Growing America? How do we get involved in it?
Easy, right? There's two ways. Actually, there's multiple ways.
Okay.
One is, like we talked about earlier, stopping by the store
Mhm.
and shopping with our community.
Which I've done.
Yes, you've done it. Number two is we have a membership program.
Okay.
And so through that membership program, that only provides money for our ecosystem, but it also builds community with those that need support.
Okay.
So our members get several things. One is they get to say they're part of Veterans Growing America, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Two, we have a directory where they can list their business. We get over 7,000 hits on our directory per month.
Wow.
Yes. And so if you have a business and you want more exposure on your business, make sure that you join our community and get your business listed on our directory. And our directory is, everything that we do is on steroids. Not only can you list your business on our directory, you can list the events that you have, you can list the classified, you can list all of your social media platforms and your website. We have one of our members that has his AI, so you can actually have a conversation with his AI and learn more about his business as well as him using the AI.
Through your platform.
Through our platform.
Wow, the platform is really, really hefty.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And in addition to that, we also showcase our members. We get them on our podcast to be able to tell their stories. We want to tell positive veteran stories. And so the way that we do that and the way that we fund that is through our membership.
Mm.
And then through our membership, we put you out there and make sure that you have a platform, a positive platform that will help you grow and showcase your business. It also has a members community. Within that members community, you actually get to work with other members of our community. And the beauty of that is their network becomes your network. And so it becomes I call it the triple win. You win, they win, their customer wins.
I like that. Triple win. Do that again.
The triple win. They win, you win, their customer wins.
Okay, that's fantastic. And so, membership, actually visiting the retail store, are there any other ways that they can interact with you? I mean, again, coming to the line dance and
Yes.
and other community events?
So come out to our community events.
Okay.
We also have networking events that we do. Those networking events are very important
Mm-hmm.
because by adding a veteran to your community, you open doors and open resources for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have something that can support us in our growth, or your organization has opportunities for us, we're more than welcome to have you a part of our network as well.
Mm-hmm. So there's another part of Veterans Growing America that I want to talk about. It's called Veterans Growing Inc.
Yes.
It's a non-profit arm. So tell us about that and what it does, because I think that's the part that actually does more for the developing the business aspect for veterans.
Yes, so the one thing that I learned when people came through the door is they really don't know much about business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they started this business because it was a passion of theirs. But we want to make sure that that passion grows into something that creates prosperity for them.
Sounds like WZU, right?
And
Shameless plug.
WZU. And we wanted to create something real world, because there's a difference between theory and then execution of that theory. We want to bridge the gap between that because we want our people to be successful. So we created a nonprofit to provide education and an incubator for them so they know in real time. It's one thing to write a business plan, it's another thing to execute it.
Absolutely.
I wrote in my business plan that I was gonna be making $100,000 a month right out the gate. I wish that came true, but it didn't ask you how you were gonna get there, right?
There's some.
That how is very, very important.
Exactly.
And you need to be able to learn how to write a business plan. You need to know how much money you're making, how much your products are costing. You need to know about yourself and what your skills are. You know, you gotta know about your business, you gotta know about yourself, you gotta know about where you're going. All of those things are important, and through our incubator, we provide that. We also provide free space to the entrepreneurs that are part of our incubator.
Mm-hmm.
So they get free space for 6 months
Wow.
to learn about their business and grow their business.
Mhm.
So after that 6 months, they're able to execute their business in a way that is driving revenue. They're able to manage their books. They're able to buy products. And it also generates revenue for them. So we want to create a space where it falls within the name, Veterans Growing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not veterans stagnant, it's not veterans stop. It's all about veterans growing.
Veterans growing. So tell me how the incubator operates. Do you have government folks coming in and individuals and private entrepreneurs? How does the incubator operate?
This is my favorite part because one of the things that was important is that I had people that are professionals that are doing what they're teaching.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Vital.
you can teach me marketing, but if I look at your page and you don't have any marketing going on,
That's it, credibility's out the door.
right. And so what we did is we looked for individuals that can teach our veterans that are actually professionals at what they do,
Mm-hmm.
that are making money at what they do,
Mm-hmm.
and they can teach what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And so in our incubator, we had a person that not only works for the IRS, but has a tax business
Mm-hmm.
and a bookkeeping business to be able to help our people with bookkeeping and taxes,
Mm-hmm.
right? We had a branding professional that not only does branding,
Mm-hmm.
but they do branding for multi-billion-dollar companies. And so the information that they're getting is worth its weight in gold
Right, in real time.
in real time.
Mhm.
We have a sales professional that makes millions of dollars in sales and also trains sales. So when in our incubator, we want to make sure that people are getting value that they can execute.
And so when does your incubator program start? How does it start? How do my WZUers get involved with your incubator?
I'm glad you asked. So it's a 6-month program. January and July are when we start.
Okay.
We take applications 2 to 3 months ahead of time. You have to do a video, you have to apply for this thing. We want to make sure that we have hungry people.
Mhm.
I can't have people dropping out.
Mhm.
This is all about, you're gonna have to have some fortitude. When you're a part of this program in the 6 months, you're gonna have to basically work every day for 6 months on your business. I don't know a business out there that's not open every day. And if they're not open every day, they're open 6 days a week. That means that you need to work and promote 6 days a week.
Mhm.
This is not a joke when it comes to entrepreneurship. If it's a hobby for you, this is not a place for you.
Okay. I like it.
We're all about having our veterans grow
Mhm.
and in a way that they can We just want to see our people win and create the triple win for others.
Sounds like boot camp.
Hey, it's a business boot camp. We just don't call it that. We call it an incubator.
I love that. So in parting, what information do you need my viewers to know about both Veterans Growing America and Veterans Growing, and about Donnell Johns?
I need them to know one thing, you know, I want us to take care of our heroes. These people sacrifice their lives for everything. When you sign up for the military, you're basically saying you would die for this country. You know, you're signing a blank check. I don't care if you got out on a dishonorable discharge, you still said that you would die for this country. And so what I'd like for you to know is, number one, take care of our veterans. Provide opportunities for our veterans. If you want to support the work that we do, visit our website, veteransgrowingamerica.com or veteransgrowinginc.org, and we have a donate button in the upper right-hand corner. Please hit that button and support. You'll be supporting a veteran that is trying to change their lives. I also like them to know that the work that we do not only helps out with economic development, but it also supports in PTSD, suicide, and homelessness. Because with PTSD, how does Veterans Growing America help with that? Well, if you're around other veterans that suffer with PTSD, now you have someone that can help you through what you're going through. When it comes to homelessness, if you have and are generating income, if you're making money, you're less likely to be homeless.
And able to come out of it if you are.
Exactly. And then suicide, right? This is just Donnell. You need two things when it comes to suicide. You either need God or a purpose or both, right? Well, through Veterans Growing America, we help you with your purpose by providing your passion into a purpose. So if you love crocheting, if you love painting, if you love comedy or dancing or whatever the case may be, you may even love doing government contracting. We have a government contracting class, you know, that we put out there as far as our education is concerned. The cohort is starting on Monday, actually. These are things that if a person starts to be an entrepreneur, now they don't have the opportunity to start thinking about suicide no more. Now they got to think about their next move.
That's holistic. Donnell, thank you. Let's all support our veterans. Make sure and go to Veterans Growing America Marketplace. I'll see you there. We'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out with us. And remember, this handsome guy,
On Sunday.
Where's the party?
We're going to Earl's on Sunday.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
hey, we'll join you then.
Okay.
Everybody, Earl's, all right. Hey, thank you, guys. They're gonna take the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you guys. Let me take this.
I think this is gonna make us look good, and we'll get this out to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you always.
Thank you.
All righty.
Can we take a picture in front of?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna take a picture where? Anywhere you want.
I want to take it right here in front of the set
Okay.
with the entire team, if that's okay.
Yeah.